I tried to surprise my wife at work with pastries and instead discovered the CEO's husband.
Problem is, I'm her actual husband.
I'm convinced the universe has a twisted sense of humor, because the day I tried to be a loving husband was the exact day I discovered I might be a complete idiot. My name's Ryan, 32, and last Tuesday I thought it would be sweet to surprise my wife, Sarah, at her fancy media headquarters. She's the CEO of Horizon Digital, queen of glass walls, power suits, and people who sprint around like their deadline is oxygen. I walked in with a box of pastries that cost more than my phone bill, thinking I'd get a kiss and maybe a lunch date. What I wasn't expecting was a security guard twice my size blocking my path like I was trying to rob the place. I gave him my best, harmless smile and said I was the CEO's husband. He raised one eyebrow. Sir, I see the CEO's husband every morning. Trust me, that's not you. I swear I heard the sound of a record scratching somewhere. I'm sorry, what? The husband, he repeated, full of confidence. Mr. Thompson comes in at 8:45 sharp. Carries her briefcase. Before I could process that wild plot twist, the door slid open and there she was, my wife, looking like success wrapped in a navy blue suit. But right beside her was a tall, perfectly groomed man carrying her designer bag like it belonged to him. They were laughing, walking so close they might as well have been sharing oxygen. And down the hall they went, into the executive elevator together. She didn't even look my way. The guard nudged me. See? That's him. I stood there with a box of pastries growing warmer by the second, realizing the universe hadn't just cracked a joke, it had delivered a whole comedy special at my expense. Instead of screaming or making a scene, I walked outside in a daze and dropped the pastries in the nearest trash can. Then I made the worst, best decision. I followed them. I camped in a coffee shop across the street with a cup of dark roast that tasted like sadness and poor financial choices. I watched that building like a Hollywood stalker extra. Hours passed. People came and went. Then at 5:47 p.m., the black BMW rolled up again. Mr. Thompson stepped out first. Then Sarah. She was laughing, really laughing, the laugh she used to save for me, and then she reached up and straightened his tie. My jaw hit the metaphorical pavement. I picked up my phone and started recording without even knowing why. They got into the BMW together. That's when my Uber driver, Alex, a philosophical man with religious charms hanging from his mirror, became my accidental partner in surveillance. Follow that car, I told him. He sighed like a man familiar with heartbreak. Is always because of woman. We followed them to the most romantic restaurant in the city, candlelight, waterfront views. The kind of place where the waiters pronounce menu items like poetry. And there, through the window, I watched my wife feed another man a bite of pasta. Ah, Alex whispered. This is very bad. I filmed everything like a budget private detective. Their laughter, their wine, their shared dessert, tiramisu, her favorite. They looked like a couple celebrating something, while I sat in a Toyota Camry holding an anxiety muffin the barista had given me for free. I went home convinced my marriage was crumbling. I spent the entire night analyzing photos, searching social media, examining LinkedIn profiles like an FBI agent with Wi-Fi. I discovered David Thompson Koo, smart, polished, Harvard graduate. He and Sarah were in dozens of corporate photos together, often side by side. A beach retreat? There. A holiday party? There, and in every shot they looked like a matching set. By the time Sarah got home with Thai food and a smile, my anxiety had spiraled into orbit. But she seemed normal, happy even, and I sat there pretending everything was fine while mentally preparing an emotional autopsy. The next morning I headed to Horizon's career fair, pretending to be a job seeker. I cornered a woman named Jennifer at the executive operations booth and casually steered the conversation toward Sarah and David. They're inseparable, she said cheerfully. Weekend work sessions, late dinners, constant collaboration. They're basically the same brain in two bodies. Weekend sessions? Same brain? I felt my arteries tighten. Then Sarah appeared out of nowhere. She dragged me into a conference room and demanded answers. And I already fragile told her everything. The surprise visit, the guard, the BMW, the romantic dinner, the pasta feeding, the burner Instagram, the stupid anxiety muffin.